So after Alligator Alcatraz gets an enormous amount of attention yesterday, that is, of course, a prison that will be used as a holding cell, more or less, for illegal immigrants, likely the most violent, those who are set to be deported from Florida, right? This comes down yesterday. Trump makes a trip down there. Ron DeSantis is there for the whole dog and pony show. And Stephen Miller, who is, of course, chief of staff for the president, one of the most important voices in the White House. Stephen Miller goes on Fox News last night, and here was his message to the other 49 states, but especially the states that are led by red governors. And I want to get your ideas on where you would put the equivalent of an Alligator Alcatraz in Missouri or Kansas. Here was Stephen Miller last night.
I want to go to every Republican state. Now, of course, in a sane country, Democrats would do it too, but they love the illegals. They hate the Americans. We want every governor of a red state, and if you're watching tonight, pick up the phone, call DHS, work with us to build facilities in your state so that we can get the illegals out, we can get the criminals out. And also, very importantly, Laura, we need Congress to pass the big, beautiful bill which contains the funding that ICE desperately needs to carry out the mass deportation agenda.
Now, we reach out to other states, Stephen, and a lot of them are open to helping. Alaska told us that we don't have alligators, but we have lots of bears. However, they aren't aware of any plans for an Alaska version of bear. I said bear Alcatraz. So, Stephen, there's good news there.
All right. So Stephen Miller basically saying to Mike Kehoe in Kansas, and I'm not expecting anything from Laura Kelly, but maybe a future governor on the Kansas side of the state line, to build your own version of Alligator Alcatraz. Of course, not literally meaning we need alligators, but whatever is a fairly desolate area that would make for a difficult escape. That's the thought. So what is that place in Kansas or Missouri? 913-408-7957 is how you join us on KCMO Talk Radio. I want to get your calls on this. Let's go to, I've got a couple ideas, but I want to hear yours first. John in Topeka. Go ahead, John. You're on KCMO.
Hutchinson, Kansas has salt mines 600 feet underground, inescapable. Hundreds of miles, square miles have been mined out. They could put tens of thousands of people down there.
Okay, tens of thousands of people down there in the salt mines in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Yes. I mean, it'd be one hell of a prison.
Do you get to see the light of day down there or no?
No, feet underground.
Yeah, that's damn far.
Seriously.
You got to build bathrooms down there and the whole deal. That's pretty miserable. That's bad. I'd sign me up for Alligator Alcatraz.
Exactly. You know, I mean, that would be patently just depressing all the time. Never be able to see outside. Never see fresh air. That would suck.
Oh, that would. All right. Well, there's one. The salt mines in Hutchinson. Kick it off. John in Topeka. 913-408-7957. Larry, go ahead. You're on KCMO.
Good morning. I'd put them out at Heartland Park because the city of Topeka let that place die, and the crackheads have already taken $2 million worth of copper, so it's ready to go for prisoners.
Heartland Park there in Topeka. That's where you want them to go. And that's right near the airport out there, right?
Yep. Yes, it is.
That kind of weaves into what they did down in Florida. They put it down near a very regional airport, and it's an airport that doesn't get a ton of traction and usage. So that's an easy flight out of town, too, right? That was part of the point in Florida.
Yep, and it's a military airport, too.
Oh, all right. Larry thinking ahead. I like that. That's a good one, Larry. Nice job.
Have a great day.
You too. 913-408-7957. Where would you put the Kansas, Missouri version of Alligator Alcatraz? 913-408-7957. Let's go to James in Overland Park. Go ahead, James.
Arrowhead Alcatraz. Force their hand.
Wait, what do you mean Arrowhead Alcatraz?
Great access. Seal that thing up around it, build it out inside, boom.
So are you assuming then that the Chiefs decide to build a new stadium in Kansas and this becomes the usage for Arrowhead Stadium?
Yes.
Well, maybe if Clark Hunt decides he's going out to the Legends, this could be the next phase of the Truman Sports Complex.
nothing around it for like a quarter mile.
Certainly is
Parking lot.
secluded. All right, James. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
There's a lot of space in that parking lot. They could build them up.
A lot of space. Oh, man.
He was saying they forced their hand. In other words, Jackson County could just say, hey, we're doing it. The Chiefs can move.
Oh,
Yeah.
force
He was
their
saying
hand.
forcing the Chiefs there, too, to make a decision.
Make it. Oh, so basically,
So it
hey,
was a double-edged sword there.
you guys got, 30, 60 days to figure out if you're staying. If not, we got Arrowhead Alcatraz coming your way.
Right?
Oh, my
It's
gosh.
already on that plateau. It's like you got to rappel down the south side of the cliffs there. You want to go anywhere, get down to Raytown Road.
Could you imagine, being Quentin Lucas and losing the Chiefs to Kansas, and then to boot, Mike Kehoe says we're building Arrowhead Alcatraz for illegals in Kansas City? Quentin Lucas would just skip town. He would not even finish out his term. He'd be done. He'd say sayonara, see you later. He'd be on one of the first flights out. That would be, wow. That would be a legacy destroyer right there. He would hate every second of that. But that's pretty good. On the text line, Rattlesnake Land in desolate western Kansas. That's what I was thinking about. I struggle more thinking of ideas on the Missouri side. But for me, when I think about the Kansas side and having spent a lot of time in small town southwest Kansas, I would be looking at that Rattlesnake Land somewhere out there in southwest Kansas and saying, you know what, just pluck it right there, John. That's what I would do.
We've got a few islands there in the Missouri River as it hits the Kaw in different places down the way. So, maybe somewhere along the Missouri River there.
Okay, I'm down with that too. I like
Out by
that.
Fort Osage, where you have a nice viewpoint of the lowlands,
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here on the text line on the phones. 913-408-7957. Oh, this is great. Pete, my mother-in-law's house is inescapable. Oh, no, you went there on the text line. 1977. Oh, gosh, that's hysterical. Oh, that's so funny. 913-408-7957. Pete, how about Frank White's house? Oh, that's good.
Show some RESPICT.
That's great. Pete, how about next to the brand new Prairie Village City Hall that they want to build? Very woke. That would be right up Prairie Village's alley. Ooh, I like that as well. That's outstanding. Their $30 million City Hall that they want to cram through there in Prairie Village. And this would be a way to maybe have them put their money where their mouth is when it comes to their fancy yard signs. Let's go to Payne and Gardner. Go ahead, Payne. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I don't know about Alcatraz, but on the Kansas side, we could have the Flint Hills Folsom.
That's great. That's outstanding. Flint Hills Folsom. Oh, man. Lisa, Kansas City, what do you got for us?
I just want to say I think that you people are actually very sick, but that you're laughing about the hardship of others. So I hope you go to Alligator Alcatraz.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate the insight and the input. Genuinely. Thank you.
So how about taverns down in, where around Branson, they've got some of those caves and taverns down there?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh, you're right. That's a good one, too.
Black bears down there?
I was waiting for this, too, on the text line from an 816 number, of course. Pete, literally anywhere in Kansas is torment enough, says the Missourian. Yes. Okay. That's I was expecting that from somebody on one side of state line. But, I was waiting for that one to come through. And, can we just have some fun here, okay? You're talking about where you're putting people who are in the country illegally who have committed serious crimes. Alligator Alcatraz is not intended for somebody who, is an upstanding citizen and overstayed a visa by a week. And, my sympathy, where it lies? It lies with people like Laken Riley and her family. On the text line, Lisa sounds like a lot of fun at parties. Yes, I'm sure. You're right about that. Okay, next up, John in Kansas City. Where are you putting the Kansas or Missouri version of Alligator Alcatraz? Go.
I think 18th and Vine.
You musty moo moo moo.
Oh, geez, okay.
On Wednesdays, Guy
That's
Benson.
too much. That's too much.
You mustard moo moo moo.
Thank you. Troy and St. Joe, go.
Send them all to Lisa's house. Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Troy. Mike in Overland Park, go.
You just stole mine. Lisa deserves them.
Okay. All right. Everyone send it over to Lisa's house. Oh, my gosh. This really opened up a whole can of worms, didn't we here? But hey,
absolutely.
I'm having a good time doing it. Hopefully you are as well. It's 7:45. Good morning. Thanks for being here on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. And you can always stream us on the KCMO Talk Radio app. What do you got for me, Mark?
The old KCI. How about that?
The old KCI. So you mean just next door to the airport?
Yeah. Too close?
You know, the pigeons are having a good time there. I don't want to ruin the time for the pigeons. They're enjoying their lives right now. Why have them deal with a bunch of criminal illegals? That's not fair. You know, let them have somewhere to hang out around town. I don't want to do that to them.
I was thinking of what is sick, and that's like defending illegal criminals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And thinking that they deserve a place here, due process.
Yep. I'm with you.
A little bit twisted.
I would agree with you guys. No doubt about it.